Welcome to the channel. Now today, not only are we putting some incredible barbecue gadgets to the test, but we're also filming this in the very place where we'll be hosting our wild weekender.
Yep, this is one of 3 kitchens that we will bring you oodles and oodles of food and fun during that weekend. But today, it's about gadgets.
Baz, lift the cloche number 1.
I mean, it's a beer bucket, but you know.
We forgot the cloche, didn't we?
We forgot the cloche.
No, we brought beer buckets.
We forgot the cloche.
Ah, okay. I've seen you use one of these before.
Yes.
But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what you're doing with it.
Is that just applicable to this or many other things in your life?
So, too many things in my life. I've seen you put coal in this and heat it up to then put into your barbecue.
So yeah, this is a chimney starter. Essentially, you pack it full of your charcoal, you light it from the bottom with one of your fire lighters, and it will heat up your charcoal quicker than if you put it in your barbecue, which is one thing. And secondly, if you need to refill the charcoal in your barbecue, it's a great way to get it started.
So what you're saying is this is for the impatient or the prepared.
How does it make lighting the barbecue any easier? If anything, isn't it more complicated having more things?
No, because you're putting the charcoal in there, and then because it's in such a confined space, it gets hotter quicker.
With air holes.
Oh, like a chimney?
Without the air holes.
One at the top, one at the bottom. Yeah. It directs the current of air from the bottom up through the charcoal, makes it hotter quicker.
It's one of those things I've seen barbecue enthusiasts use, but I can't imagine myself using it. Seems a bit excessive.
Well, why don't we put it to the test?
Sure.
So put any fire lighting stuff in,
Yeah.
pop your charcoal in. I know how this works, mate. You're putting it to the test.
But the thing is, when I've seen you do this, it feels like you're flexing.
And in any normal situation, you get your matches or your lighter, and you would light your fire starters from underneath.
But Kush has a barbecue.
Because has a blowtorch.
Yeah, cool, okay, right.
Through the coil. Mind Jay's
on.
hand.
That one's on.
Lovely. Probably worth saying, completely unnecessary. You can absolutely just start your briquettes as you would in a barbecue. Yeah. It'll just take longer. The question is, does the gadget make it quicker, easier, and more convenient?
That's been 15 minutes. The coals are white and glowing, and it's freaking hot.
Well, let's get them on the barbecue.
The beauty of this is you can preheat your coals anywhere you want and then move it to the barbecue. You've got this thermoplastic handle and it's nicely contained, so then you can actually arrange your coals into your barbecue so you have a hot end, cool end, or you can put them basically wherever you want.
Okay.
Now, I've lit many a charcoal barbecue in my time. I've never used one either. And I usually allow 45 minutes for those coals to get going. That was 15. While it's out there cooling down, what do you think?
That's the first time I've used it, and it is impressive how quick it is. But for me, the real draw for me of it is the idea of refilling. Because first time around, I'm kind of happy to wait a little bit of time. But actually, when you realise that the first coals are cooling down, you want some more on there and it's running low, a second lot is where I think that thing's brilliant. It's still for someone who loves to barbecue a lot and gets through a lot of coal.
I agree. I think the heating of the barbecue is part of the occasion, and you're normally doing it with friends or family and it's very social. If it's a big gathering and you need more coals to add to it, I think that's where it probably makes most sense. Or if you're doing a really long slow cook and 12 hours in, you need a top up. Price wise, $27.99.
Oh, okay.
And needless to say, it's not a one-use wonder.
That's actually quite affordable. In my head, I was expecting to be like near £100 because it's because I know it's just a bit of metal, but it's for an enthusiast. An enthusiast will pay anything for something that makes more things easier.
I've been in America and seen them in supermarkets for $10.
Okay,
we've bought a Weber one because it's a proper one, and they aren't as popular in the UK as they are the US. But in the US, they are everywhere. They're super cheap.
But it shows I know nothing.
Well, thanks for watching. I think we've all found out something that we didn't really need to find out because we already
you knew
knew.
I knew nothing. That's definitely for sure.
Spaz, do you think this is smoking hot or going up in smoke?
I don't think this is about my opinion because they're so popular for people who love to barbecue. So they are smoking hot.
Right, we started simple. Wait for the next one. Number 2, I feel much happier about the fact it fits under the cloche.
Lift it, Jay.
Ooh, what is that? There's two pieces to it. So I would say that this looks and feels like a thermometer, and this is called billows, so I feel like it's going to help provide air.
You know when you light a campfire, I'm presuming barbecues are the same, and to get it going, down on all fours, right up close, and just... That, I think it's going to do the same job.
That's so unnecessary.
What?
Yeah, you're right, Jay. This is signals and billow. The two work together. Signals is the measurement of temperature. Billows helps the barbecue get to the right temperature and then hold it there.
Interesting. So it's a lot like what my barbecue does as the master built in terms of doing that bit, but it can turn any barbecue into that.
Yeah, and Signals has multiple temperature inputs as well, so you can be measuring multiple types of meat and the temperature of the overall barbecue.
4, in fact, heads the quadrant.
Excellent. Have we got something interesting to test it on?
Of course we have.
I reckon we can test that.
I think we can.
That is SPAF approved.
Let's get outside. Yeah. For this one, we're getting even lower, so Jay, come down. Most barbecues, there's a air inlet or outlet where you can kind of blow some air into it to heat up the coals. These have a little prong on the end of it.
Pinch, slide it in, there you go.
Let go and I didn't burn myself. Maybe do this before you put charcoal in the barbecue and get it hot. Yeah. I'm going to stand up now.
Okay, you do.
Cool.
I can stay down here.
My billows are plugged in. I'm plugging in my air sensor.
If you lift the lid, we've already installed the thermometer in the barbecue to measure the air. It's ready.
Should we get our meat in?
Yeah. So temperature-wise, what are we displaying?
80 degrees Celsius.
Yep, and?
20 degrees Celsius. So we've set an alarm so that the signals will go off when the internal temperature of the steak reaches 50 degrees Celsius. At that point, we know it's cooked through and we can just whack the heat right up and sear it to finish it off.
And the beauty is the billows will bring it up to the internal air temperature you want, and then we'll adjust the fan to keep it there.
Which means we can go, put our feet up, relax, and be notified when it's ready.
Yeah, and made better by the fact there's an app. There's a smart app which can connect via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, so you don't even have to be with it. But it smells good.
So how was that as an experience?
I've only used my barbecue in a way that can control temperature and move it up and move it down as you want it. Knowing that I could do that on a range of different barbecues is actually really interesting because it means you're not going down one avenue. The only way to test it really is to see if this ribeye is in.
I don't think that bit matters, mate. Let's just leave that.
Right. It smells all right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Interestingly, we've reviewed a number of kitchen appliances recently that do exactly that indoors.
Yes.
The fact that this can kind of plug into the bottom of your outdoor grill is kind of cool.
Did the bellow up make the heating up easier and quicker?
It was blowing hard. It was in a good way. In a good way.
There's not a bad way, is there?
It was blowing properly hard. For such a little thing, I was quite surprised. The actual fan inside it is really small, but it made a massive difference.
Price-wise, for the two, comes in at £289.20. So it's not cheap.
I'm not surprised because it's a big piece of technology that's now been made very small. My whole barbecue that I have is set up to do exactly that, and therefore it's an expensive barbecue. So knowing that you're going to have to buy your barbecue and buy this, it does become a very expensive thing. But what it does do is give you the control and the ability and the flexibility to cook big chunks of meat with confidence.
For me, it kind of works for people who already have a good barbecue that they've had for years and they don't want to get rid of. This is an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jay, smoking hot, or is this one blowing smoke up your
Barbecue.
barbecue?
I think it's smoking hot because it's giving you control and it's giving you the flexibility and the confidence. And there will only be a certain type of person that can A, afford it, and B, wants it. But if they get it, it will do exactly what it says on the barbecue.
For me, I think the biggest takeout is the upgrade to a barbecue you might already have. Or if you can't afford the top end, you can downgrade on barbecue and add this as an extra. And the fact that it's tried and tested and used in competitions around the world, like barbecue competitions, it's not just us getting great results.
It's time to whap your flip-flops out, because this summer, Sorted Live brings you the Wild Weekender, a festival-style weekend of live-streamed sorted mayhem. Tickets available now. See the link below for all the information.
Come on then, Ebbers. Lift the cloche.
I can see a sneaky handle. Oh. Bird feeders, so you can watch the birds while you barbecue.
Oh, bird feeders.
Could be though, he's right.
Don't play his game.
Sorry.
And a wok from the Vatican.
There's a hole in your wok, Evers.
What's this?
That is a roller. So you can put things like vegetables and stuff like that in it, and then you can roll it so you can flip them very easily.
Gotcha.
Move it from the direct heat to the indirect heat.
This makes perfect sense. Barbecue some fish, serve it with some stir-fried veg. Like it. This feels quite flimsy, but I guess it just replaces the skewer. Like mushrooms or something in there that you can turn and do, and off you go, like button mushrooms.
Smaller veg that you can't put on a grill because it's going to fall through the holes. That you want to be able to turn quickly and easily.
It's a vegetable tombola.
It's
It's a vegetable tombola without the hassle of skewering, because you just bundle it all in, do that, and away we go.
Yeah.
Can we try it?
Let's give it a go.
In one of our rolling cages, we've gone for cherry tomatoes and chorizo cut to about the same size. You've got the natural fats from the chorizo. In the other one, we've got padron peppers, nothing more than olive oil, salt and pepper. I don't want to cook the tomatoes all the way through, just blister them, which is why turning them regularly is important and why a rolling cage helps. So in the wok, we've gone with a selection of easy stir-fry veg, mushrooms, corn, some tennis stem broccoli, some pak choy. We'll finish with bean sprouts at the end. Nothing more than oil over searing coals, and we'll finish it with soy. Bean sprouts last minute, because you barely want to cook those. Everything a wok's doing, but because of the holes, you get the smoke and the liquor flame too. Unfortunately, the holes does somewhat ruin the seasoning. But we'll get the idea.
How'd you get on?
I like them.
Oh!
I like them all because it enables you to do things you wouldn't think of on a barbecue. These, just as you'd get in a restaurant, that wonderful char and colour you'd expect of a padron pepper. This is delicious because you've got all those natural fats of the chorizo. Plus, those wonderful, bouncy now, hot and bubbling all the way through tomatoes.
It was quite nice watching you do it, seeing the flavours combine.
Yeah.
Whereas on a barbecue, everything sticks to its own quarter.
It's all a bit separate, isn't it?
And the wok, I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but what you get is the same effect of intense heat and a little lick of flame that you would get if you had a wok burner.
Right. Do you want to try?
How would you like his vegetables licked? Intrigued.
Difficult to make a sauce around your vegetables with holes in it.
Yeah.
But actually, all you want is a little bit of seasoning.
That tastes like it was made on a barbecue. If you done it in a normal wok, it would taste like it could cook anywhere.
Try one of those tomatoes.
Oh hell. It's hot.
Very hot. I'm going to be honest, the wok I had high hopes for. The bird feeders felt flimsy and I wasn't convinced by. But the results you can get if you put the right things in, nice.
So when it comes to price, you're looking at £36.99 for 3 of the rollers.
Oh, okay, so 12 quid each.
And £15.99 for the wok.
That feels like a no-brainer.
Okay.
I wish I could buy those individually. I'd buy one for 12 quid. 36 is quite an investment, and I'm not sure I'd have that many things I want to roll on my barbecue.
You probably can buy them individually.
Or repurpose a bird feeder.
Go to your garden centre and you can probably get one for $3.99.
There might be a bird in there already.
No, you feed... No.
Ebba's question is, Smoking hot, or is it going up in smoke?
Both the wok and the bird feeders, smoking hot.
I'm glad there's a chef in the seat now because it's about to get very technical.
We couldn't do this by ourselves. Ebbers, lift the cloth.
What the hell? It looks like the kind of ornaments you get in garden centres that you like grow plants. If it wasn't a barbecue episode, I'd say this is for like grow pot holder for herbs or something, because it's a motorbike with a pot.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
It is. Ebbers, can I just read you some of the words from the website, and it might help lead us down the path to find out what it actually is. This badass patriot chick doesn't want anyone to tell her what to do. She ran away from home at a very young age and has something to prove. Imagine how impressed your friends will be when you show up with this Freedom Rider motorcycle.
You really sound like what was it? The frog.
Yeah.
Does that sexist description give anything away?
No one would write that in 2023 unless it referred to a chicken rather than chick.
We're getting closer.
That's right.
Ebbers, continue down that train of thought. If we gave you this, does that help?
Okay, I know where we are. This is ridiculous, but this is cool. So DJ Barbecue first showed me beer can chicken, and Christian's a bit of a legend, and I honestly thought, what a novelty, what an unnecessary thing, but essentially chicken steamed from the inside with whatever you want, in this case beer. The fact that chicken is now going to be sat on a motorbike.
That is an uncomfortable seat, isn't it?
Should we try it?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We've got you a lovely, organic, free-range chicken. There is mayonnaise.
That is a wonderful shot. We've got mayonnaise to help stick the rub to it, but I've never seen
But
anybody.
also, most of the mayonnaise came from inside that chicken in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Oh,
It
God.
does feel like you're just lotioning up.
Not when you're handing it.
And we're giving you a rub with chili, garlic, paprika, cumin, and some seasoning.
It's a fake tan.
Well, yeah, basically, yeah.
The can is open and half drunk, and slice and serve the bird.
Yep.
Which acts as the seat.
Yep.
This is ridiculous. The wings clip in here
Yep.
so that it doesn't fall off.
Exactly. And Ebbers, you've missed one vital piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is wrong on so many levels.
Don't drink and drive, kids. I mean, it worked, and it looks ridiculous.
Then it's worked perfectly.
I think our job here is done.
This is a gift for that barbecue enthusiast. This is Father's Day, a birthday present, some kind of silly gift. No one is buying this for themselves.
I disagree.
Out.
I disagree.
It's
I'm sure
ridiculous.
there are many people in the comments who have bought this for themselves.
What I like about it the most is it's harmless fun. Bringing a chicken to the table is predictable.
Yeah.
This really mixes things up a bit, doesn't it? It's a surprise for everybody. It's great.
It takes you for a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a centerpiece, and there is no doubting the beer can approach with the helping of the steaming from the inside is a fun one, it's a good one, the rub helps. The gadget, I'm here for it. It's ridiculous. I love it!
Yes. Well then, Ebbers, what if I told you that this costs £9.99?
Then it's definitely in the gift market. Yeah.
Hop on, Evers.
Hop on!
Can I have a backing?
Well, Ebbers, are you going to ride off into the sunset, or is it just blowing smoke up your
This is steaming beer up the chickens. I'm on board with this. I'm going to ride off into the sunset with it.
That was very clever.
Well done.
Well done. You. That was good.
Well, they're just our thoughts on the gadgets, but let us know what you think in the comments downstairs.
And don't forget, this is the exact place where we're going to be hosting our Sorted Live Wild Weekender. Get all of the tickets, all of the information down in the description box below. It's going to be amazing. Where are you going? It's going to be wild and it's going to be wet. Don't miss out.